Hey everyone, my name's Valintinian. I'm making these guides because I get asked a lot, how do I bank so quickly, or how do I make such a fast run? So I kind of just want to make this and show everyone how I do it. Alright, so first I'm going to show you my preset. So let's go there and click Runecrafting. So first you want to have your giant pouch at the top left corner, followed by the medium pouch right under it, and I'll show you the reason why a little bit later. The large pouch and small pouch you can put anywhere. As you notice, you might see that I don't have the massive pouch. The reason is because the massive pouch actually takes more time. You actually get less XP because it takes so much time to get the pouch that it's just not really worth doing. So you're just better off runecrafting to get that. You'll get more XP if you're just a runecrafting to go for the massive pouch. The body I wear, or the outfit I wear, is Infinity Ethereal, which can store 12 extra essence, which is huge over a long period of time. I use the Demonic Skull, which gives me a 3.5 multiplier within the Abyssal, so otherwise you'd just be getting a 2.5 bonus. Also, I got an augmented crystal shield. You can use any kind of shield above a tier 70, so you can augment it, and you want to add mobile. I also have Wise 2, which allows you to gain, right here it says grants you an extra experience per rank when hitting 100%, no longer gains additional experience. There's three different tiers, and I have the Wise 2. So, and I think that caps at 50,000, which I can never even get to while we're crafting. But every XP counts when you're going for 200 mil. So let's also go to the preset right here, the little settings. You want to make sure that your summoning is checked, the armor is checked, and your inventory. This one is key right here, the summoning. So when you have your Abyssal, Lurker, or on the Parasite, when you hit your preset, it automatically pre-fills. And to make sure that it pre-fills, you want to hit your B Suburban, and you want to fill up that and save it, the little preset there, and that would automatically draw us from there when you hit your preset for the rune crafting one. Another one of my tricks I use is a screen marker. I use an app called Epic Pen, which just allows me to add a little marker right here, so I already know where to put my cursor before I open my bank. It just saves the extra second that gives you maybe an extra few laps going for 200 mil. Alright, so some other things I want to address real quick that I kind of forgot to mention was the Wilderness Sword. You just have to complete the Wilderness Task 1, I think, to get the sword, and you get unlimited tellies to Edgy. It's variable within this like little circle right here where you teleport. As you can see, I'm going to teleport a few times, and you just go, within this area is where they teleport you. Alright, so now I'm going to teach you how to bank. So we're going to run to the bank. You want to click on it, get your preset ready. You want to fill your giant, your medium, and you want to preset, which mine is set to 2. Now when this screen comes up, I have my ethereal body, my large pouch, and my small pouch. And I use my number key so I can just slide my finger down and it fills everything. Then I want to click the bank again, preset, and run. Alright, so now I want to go over the abilities. After you surge to the wall, you're going to be out of that for 10 seconds because of your mobile perk. So once you run up here to the trees, you want to anticipate. And what that does is it lets you be immune from stuns for 10 seconds, which is really key right after PKers try. Once they teleblock you, they try and stun you. So you should be able to get out of there first for their first stun. And if not, once they teleblock you, you have to run back straight to the wall. So they're going to either try and stun you again, which you have freedom, and that lets you break away from any other stuns or snares that they try. And this whole time your mobile, or your surge is rebuilding. So once you get that surge, you should be able to get back to the wall no problem. Just in case you can't, you have Renaissance, which that means whatever attacks that you receive in the next 6 seconds, it's going to heal you instead of harm you, and it heals 50% of the incoming damage. So if they're about to hit you with the 4,000, you get healed 2,000 of that, which is really nice. And that's another reason why having a shield equipped helps a lot. Alright, so another tip and trick I'm going to show you is to turn off your loading screen. So you want to go to your settings, you want to go to your graphic settings, and right here is your loading screens. You want to turn that off. And it doesn't save your time in a way from loading, but when you load or when you go to the next screen, you can see where you have to click, and that can save you a few seconds. So I'll show you right here, side by side, a telly, and I can already see the bank, and I'm clicking. Alright, so now we're just going to do 10 minutes of runecrafting just to show you how I do it. We're going to start with 0 XP, and let's do it. Alright, so that looks like that was our last trip right there. I don't think I'm going to be able to make another trip in 17 seconds. So it looks like 10 minutes we got 35,920. And if we take that and multiply it by 6, we get this number right here. Let me get my calculator out. 215,520. So, you know, pretty good XP, and it all depends on your spawns. You know, and a good estimate for nature runes is about 200,000 per hour. Alright, so a little tip and trick is when we're running and we're getting our mobile back, you want to click on the mage. So I'll show you right here, this is great. I'm going to click on the mage, so I turn my thing, right click, mobile, and right click and tele. And that allows me to direct my guy towards the Zamorak so I can search that direction. And that's a nice little tip to be a little quicker and go directly to the mage. Alright, so sometimes barrage is better than mobile, and again, it all depends on where the mage is. So like right there, you barrage off the skeleton. Sometimes you get the kill, sometimes you don't. But it's really nice extra XP without any extra effort, and sometimes it's a better direct path than mobile. Because it only gets you to the skeleton. Sometimes mobile might make it you go past the mage. So sometimes it's always good to have that, and because you have the Wilderness Sword, you should have Barrage. Okay, so now this one is a pretty fancy one. We're going to go through the gap over here by the water altar. And what we're going to do is, once we go through, it puts us already in the diagonal path we kind of want. So we're just going to take one step to the water altar and surge. And it's going to bring us right over there in a nice little easy nature altar. And then boom. Alright, so when you get this spawn, I actually like to go north right here. And that's also one of the crappier spawns. What we're going to try and do is we're going to go through this obstacle. And we're going to right click over here. So we can kind of do the water surge. Boom. And that's this spawn. If this wasn't blocked, I would go there. But since it's blocked, I'm going to go up here through the gap. And then once I get through the gap, which gaps are always quicker than the rocks or anything like that, you come in here. You want to take one step, and then you want to right click the nature, and then I'm going to click the nature rift, and I'm going to surge. And I got to re-click, and that would get me right inside the altar. Alright, so this is one of the worst spots for you to spawn. You're in the bottom, and you're just the farthest away from the nature altar. So right here, I would go to the left, go through the rocks, and once you get down to a straight path, you kind of just surge towards the altar just to speed it up a little bit. And there's not really much you can do besides that. So I'm going to right click on it, surge, then go. Alright, so for this spawn, you're going to go through the obstacle, and this is one of my favorite ones. And you're going to want to go to the nature altar, right click it again, surge, and puts you right there. Alright, so when you go through this obstacle, it's going to put you right around here. This one's a little tricky and takes some time to get practice, but you're going to run. This is also good for the blood rune, or even nature rune to get you closer. You're going to run that way, and once you see a guy turn, you're going to surge, and then you can just go through the blood altar or keep running towards the nature rift. Alright, so for this one, I'm going to show you for the blood altar, if you're interested in making blood runes. From the top, you're going to walk towards the nature altar, and you're just going to surge, and it'll put you right there at the altar. Alright, I just want to thank you all for watching my runecrafting guide. I hope it helped. Let me know in the comments if I forgot something, and I hope you guys have a good one runecrafting.